So in Schoology, in the week 15 folder, you can go ahead and open up the topic selection document. This is our first grade of this project. Here is the link in the chat for you guys. So go ahead and open up that assignment. All right, so just take another minute and get that document open in Schoology. Once you have it open, you should see this document that has 3 columns across and then 1 at the bottom. So our first step of narrowing down our topic is to list 3 major ideas, major topics that you are interested in potentially researching. So this might be something that you like, something you're interested in, something you want to tell other people about, or something that you just want to know more about. It can be anything. So the 3 major topics that I listed in my document are Taylor Swift, inequity in the United States, and the Salem witch trials. So those are 3 wildly different topics that are also very big. So I'm going to put on a 3-minute timer, and all I want you to focus on is that blue column, just 3 major topics, things you're interested in, want to know more about, or might potentially research, okay? So go ahead in your blue column, fill out 3 things that you might research. So the second step is to break each of those broad topics into 2 smaller pieces. So Taylor Swift is a huge, broad topic. You could talk about so many things related to her, and that would be a lot of research to do. So we're going to break these up into smaller pieces to focus our research a little bit more. So if I were going to break up my topics into smaller subtopics, I could do Taylor Swift's albums or Taylor Swift's personal life. If I want to focus on the inequity in the United States, I might focus specifically on housing discrimination, or I might focus on specifically the school to prison pipeline, because inequity in the United States is a huge, big umbrella. So I'm just going to choose 2 things underneath that umbrella that I might potentially research. And then finally, Salem witch trials, I've got the causes of the Salem witch trials, and then the accuracy of the Salem witch trials in the Crucible. So I'm going to put on another 3-minute timer, and I want you to take those big, broad topics that you came up with in your blue column and break them into 2 smaller topics in your purple column. So 3 more minutes. Again, if you've got questions, you can send them in the chat. So now step 3 of this is to generate a potential research question for each of those subtopics. So I've got Taylor Swift albums. A potential research question related to Taylor Swift's albums is, what is her most popular album? And then I could research how many streams each one has and how many sales it has and how many awards each one has to kind of determine which one is the most popular. Or if I wanted to write a research question about her personal life, I could say, how has her personal life influenced her music? So that kind of breaks it down even more. So you've got your broad topic, your subtopic. Now you're going to write a specific question related to that subtopic. So my other research questions that I've written are, what are the long-term consequences of redlining, which is a type of housing discrimination? How can schools disrupt the school to prison pipeline? What caused the Salem witch trials? And is the Crucible an accurate representation of what happened during the Salem witch trials? So you're going to take those subtopics and turn them into potential research questions. So I'm going to put on another 3-minute timer. And again, if you're stuck or you need help, please let me know and I'll be more than happy to help you out. All right, so the last step of completing this document is to take a look at all of your topics and research questions and choose one of those 6 questions that sticks out to you that you think is the most interesting to research, that you think you would like to complete this project on. And once you've picked which question you think is the best for your project, in that green space underneath of the chart, you're just going to explain which one you plan to focus your project on and why. It is okay if later on you decide to change your research question. Okay, so the reason we came up with 6 whole questions is so that you have backup options if you decide to change your mind later. But all I want right now is the one that you are planning on researching in that green box at the bottom. So again, I'm going to put on a 3-minute timer to give you time to look at those research questions and choose the one you think you're going to go with. So just to kind of recap for those of you that are still working, you should have 3 big ideas, then broken up into 6 smaller ideas related to those big ideas. Then in the pink column is where you put those questions. So some of you have questions in your purple column. You want to make sure you move those questions to the pink column, and the purple column is still just a topic, not a question. Then you're going to take a look at that pink column, look at all those questions you wrote, and choose one that you plan to focus your project on.